see this.
In the biggest social experiment in Minecraft history, I scattered 1,000 people across 2 massive islands to simulate a realistic civilization. The players were given no help or guidance, and just like in real life, if you die, you remain dead forever. Now each player has the freedom to do whatever they want, farm for food, become a dictator, and build a society. At least as best as they can, because while one island is a rich, green paradise, the other one...
You're kidding me.
...is a barren wasteland. It's up to each player to work with what they've got. Will there be peace between the islands, or will there be war? What ended up happening is the single most amazing story arc I've ever seen. All I will say is pick a nation to root for and enjoy the video. I present to you the rich and poor 1,000 player civilization experiment. Don't forget, if you want to participate in these videos, join my Discord server and of course subscribe to my channel. All right, we got 1,000. Good luck, everyone. It was the beginning of day 1, and all 1,000 players began to explore their new homes.
What is this place?
Before the first day, I had made everyone choose randomly between Island 1 and Island 2. And I didn't tell them that one of the islands, the first one, would be a barren wasteland. Hey, you guys having a good time?
Island 2 look like yin and yang. I ought to pick Island 2.
Please tell me where the trees are, bro. I cannot find
That shit
anything.
look like
It
yin
didn't
and
take long
yang.
for the people who chose Island 1 to realize they had made a massive mistake.
I hate this place. I hate this place. I hate this place.
Players realized that building civilizations on Island 1 would be particularly challenging, and not only because it was empty, but because some parts of it were completely uninhabitable, like the snow biome.
Oh no! No, no, no! Help!
And right next door, a massive volcano that could erupt at any moment.
Ooh, I'm not going down there.
This volcano also happens to heat up all the water on the island.
Okay.
This killed a lot of people. Now, to begin building civilizations, the players needed to find a tree.
Damn.
Please tell me where the trees are, bro.
Wood
got
is
these
an
niggas
essential
going
material,
through it.
and without it, you really can't do anything. Now, luckily for Island 1, there was one tree on the island, and it was pretty big too. But, of course, it was completely surrounded by boiling water.
You've got to be kidding me.
Meanwhile, let's go over to Island 2.
They on Island 1 going through it, boy.
Hey guys! Life on Island 2 was beautiful. The terrain was green, the trees were plentiful, and the water was normal temperature.
Open for business.
Selling water? This is from the ocean. Are you trying to make me drink ocean water?
No.
The people on Island 2 immediately realized they had chosen the island of safety and wealth. You are literally a piece of gold.
Yeah.
The only real danger on Island 2 was the possibility of falling down from a tree as you're collecting wood. But some people found a way to even work around that. So you're planning to build a bakery.
Yes, I am.
And you're forcing your employees to go up and get oak?
Oh, no.
She forcing you to work up here.
Hey, no. It's double carrots, triple carrots.
I don't want
say
carrots.
anything.
I want fair working conditions.
Also, because of the vast amounts of trees, people were very quickly able to craft tools that allowed them to mine underground. Hello, Saps. You doing okay?
Yeah, I mean, this island's great.
So many diamonds already.
Yeah,
Wow.
look at this. Yeah.
Ball out,
Overall,
ball
the
out.
people of Island 2 were thrilled with their new home, thrilled with their wealth, and they were very optimistic about their future.
They balling out at Island 2, boy.
By the end of the first day, players on Island 1 had finally reached the big tree. You realize how high up you are?
Oh yeah, I know. We're not scared.
No?
No pain, no gain.
Island 1 was still pretty far from having fully fledged civilizations, but there were communities starting to form. For example, this player named Remy the Rat made a small restaurant to feed those who were starving. Remy the Rat, what are you serving them here? It's very popular. Bread? And you could
you know?
What the frick? Why? Wait, is this a bread line? Yes. Oh no! I also got word that there was a small group of people who had chosen to settle in a weird location.
People at the volcano.
What type of people would choose to live on a volcano? Hey guys.
Hello.
What the?
Hey, how's it going? Welcome to the mafia.
This was Lingolini, and he had recruited about 20 people to join his Italian mafia. His goals were very simple: make friends and get rich.
Hold on, please, can we tell you a little secret? We found some netherite.
Oh, really?
Yeah, don't tell anyone though. We're trying to keep it between us.
We'll check back in with these guys later, but in the meantime, on Island 2, there were actual huge civilizations starting to form.
I don't care about power. I don't care about government. I just want to make a nice place for my people to live.
This player named Cass was the leader of about 50 people in a nation she named the Cass Coalition. And a coalition it was of very different types of people, including pirates, bankers, Canadian cartels, bakery owners, and their employees.
I want fair working conditions.
How much are you even being paid to work up here?
Paid? People are getting paid?
Now, later in the day, Island 2 would face its first conflict. What the heck?
Hey, you guys can't be destroying the beach.
Who are you?
A group of about 20 people were extracting sand from the shore right next to the Cass Coalition. Cass was obviously not happy about this, but these people didn't care because they were from a much bigger nation called the Commonwealth.
We're actually 5 nations combined into one, so we have strength in numbers.
The Commonwealth was a massive civilization that was formed on day 1 when 5 distinct groups were close enough to each other that they just decided to come together and unify under one nation. As a result, the Commonwealth had a government with 5 leaders at the top and over 150 citizens.
We're going to turn this mountain into our city currently.
Ah, okay. The Commonwealth leaders were very ambitious and wanted to make the Commonwealth the most beautiful, the most respected, the most powerful nation on Island 2, even if it came at the expense of others. Overall, by the end of the day, Island 2 was much further ahead than Island 1, as expected. But let's see what happens in the following days.
What's up? Oh, shit.
As players logged back in the next day, nobody was expecting that the beginning of day 2 would end up having one of the most consequential moments of the entire event. Revy the Rat was running his restaurant when he received a visit from a player named Spoon.
Does anyone... Knight, I need food, I'm dying.
Yo, Spoon.
Well, yeah.
I do have food. You're private, but
I need food. Oh, God, I'm too kind. I care about everyone else before myself. It's such a problem.
Now, this player, Spood, was a rising leader on Island 1. He was known for always giving away his own food. But some people started to suspect that Spood's supposed generosity was merely a method to gain popularity, to further his political ambitions. That is, until...
Oh!
Oh my God.
Oh, he's a traitor.
He was trying to assassinate Spoon.
Spood had survived an assassination attempt, which brought him exactly the attention he needed to cement himself as a legend on Island 1. People were drawn to him, and on day 2, Spood used this leverage to establish an empire named Westhelm.
These people have made me emperor. This right here is going to be our capital. We're also building a massive coliseum.
You mean where people fight to the death?
Exactly.
Even though the people of Westhelm were still struggling with food and resources, their motivation to succeed was unbelievably high.
Earlier, somebody tried to take my life. Someone with this face. But now, he's dead!
For the first time, it seemed like the people of Island 1 had hope.
The Ballad of Emperor Spoon, nearly killed by some dude.
Island 1 was finally starting to develop civilization,
Hey, nah,
but
this
not
shit a
all
little
of them were as
movie,
motivated as
bruh.
Westhelm. Right next door, for example, was a cult named Nevermore that literally just boxed themselves in and wanted nothing to do with the rest of the world.
Quoth the raven, nevermore.
And honestly, these guys weren't wrong to be pessimistic. See, some of the people who chose Island 1 had secretly been hoping that when they finally make it underground, they would find droves of iron and diamonds. But instead, they only found a giant layer of lava that stemmed from the volcano and covered the entire island. This lava layer ended up killing a lot of people. That said, a lot of people weren't necessarily angry at the poor conditions themselves, but more so about the inequality between Island 1 and Island 2. See, even though the two islands had a border separating them, preventing anyone from crossing for now, rumors were spreading about the wealth and the amazing environment of Island 2. Because of this, some people on Island 1 were starting to develop some feelings about the other island.
Island 2 might be the better island, but we're the better people.
Oh. In fact, artists on Island 1 were already making propaganda posters, some of which were rather concerning, including a few creations by our mafia leader, Lingolini. Speaking of Lingolini, there was some drama on the volcano on day 2.
I just survived an assassination attempt.
What?
Whoa. Mamma mia, help me! I'm getting chased! Lego likes just attacked me out of nowhere and I had to run down the mountain.
It was becoming a pretty common occurrence on Island 1 for people to try to rob or murder as a means to get food or resources. But Lingolini was not going to let that slide. Well, what are you gonna do about that then?
I put the hit out on him. Everybody in the Mafia knows that the Lego likes is an enemy of the Mafia.
But then, during our interview... Oh wait, who's coming out over here? There's some people coming down.
Oh, those are people from Infernus. They're our allies.
Oh, really? Lingolini had decided to share his volcano territory with a larger group called Infernus, whose main goal was to preserve and protect the sacred land of the volcano.
Right.
I spoke with the leader, a player named Seneca, who described herself as the Queen of Infernus.
We are a nation of the flame. We have to treat the volcano with the respect it deserves, and we hope we can work with Lingolini to do just that.
Seneca and Lingolini agreed to protect each other in case of an invasion, and use the volcano's height and flowing lava to their advantage.
Right there.
If anybody tries to attack us, we'll kick them out like a Koopa shell.
Now, speaking of invasions, on day 2, the Cass Coalition was approached by an army of boats.
Crap. Guys, I think we're under attack.
It looks like for some reason the Commonwealth was coming to attack.
No, we can't fight this. We gotta run. Get everyone out. Get everyone out.
But after a few moments of panic, it turned out to be just a group of immigrants who had gotten lost.
We are not here to invade, I swear.
Oh, I got
We're not here to invade you, we promise.
Why are y'all here? It's you motherfucker.
But I didn't do anything. I just followed them.
You brought them all. You didn't do anything. Okay.
The leader of the migrants, a player named 3 Below Zero, profusely apologized for the scare, and then the migrants took off. What's going on, guys?
I know they didn't mean to do that. I'm telling my people not to worry.
Glad to hear. Now,
Law,
on day 2, players had finally realized that Island 2 was not technically an island at all, but an archipelago or chain of islands. The northern island was an optimal place to settle with open fields, trees, and wildlife. So naturally it had the biggest civilizations, including the Commonwealth, the Cass Coalition, and a huge kingdom named Tricolor ruled by a monarch named Jofiel.
The red stands for the underground, the green for plains, and the blue for the coast.
The center island, meanwhile, had pink cherry blossom trees and was the home of a small nation called Barbie Land. What is this?
Life in plastic?
Oh god.
It's fantastic.
Okay. And lastly, the southern island was big, but also extremely dense, flooded with jungles and swamps. As a result, nobody really wanted to stay there, although I did find one person. Saps, what is this?
Can't you tell? This is my vacation home.
How's this a vacation home? I don't see any lawn chairs or furniture. There's no roof.
Hold your horses there, cowboy. It's not done yet.
Saps was one of the few players who chose not to join any civilizations because he didn't want to get dragged into politics and drama. Still, he made lots of friends across Island 2, his best friend Flux actually being the second in command of the migrant group. Speaking of, 3 Below Zero and the migrants had finally reached their destination all the way up north. Now, other than accidentally invading the Cass Coalition, these guys seemed pretty insignificant. But little did people know, this new civilization was about to change the entire world.
what they did. What they did.
We are blessed to live where we live, and we intend to use it for good. We are enlightened. We are the light. We are Luminara.
The migrants had decided to call their civilization Luminara. They saw themselves as the light of Island 2, the innovators, the inventors. See, the reason 3 Below Zero had chosen this specific location to settle, well, it wasn't by accident. After the first day, 3 Below Zero had used content and propaganda released by the people of Island 1 to estimate the location of the other island. He then used a coordinate system to calculate the northernmost point of Island 2. His goal was to settle as closely as possible to the other island so that when the day comes, when the borders drop, Luminara can build a massive bridge connecting the two islands, giving free passage as a sign of good faith to perhaps bring about world peace. But it wouldn't be that simple. The second in command of Luminara, Flux, as well as a few concerned citizens, did not want that bridge to be built. They had seen the island.
What's going on? We good? Frame rate? Alright, look like we back.
3 Below Zero says no. What if they finish the bridge?
Well, then at least they'll know I tried to warn them when Island 1 comes and kills us all.
As Day 2 came to an end, tensions were rising, both within nations and between islands, leaving people worried about what's going to happen next.
This shit's cinematic, boy. They done almost lost.
Back in Island 1, I was watching a small group of pirates who called themselves Al-Karasina.
Al-Karasina, my friend. We're the baddest pirates around.
Now, if you look closely, there was a person of interest hanging around with the pirates.
Lego likes just to take me out of nowhere and I had to run down the mountain.
Well, what are you gonna do about that then?
I put the hit out on him.
So to be clear, Lego Likes had a bounty on his head and he was hanging around pirates. You can probably guess how this ends.
Yo, Lego Zanga's here. So this is everything you guys got, huh? Not much.
Ooh. They're boiling him! Oh no! Oh my gosh! The Al-Karasina pirates had killed Lego Likes, but there was a small problem. Did you hear about the news?
Yeah, I saw it, but we don't know who claimed the bounty. It didn't say it in the chat.
Because Lego Likes had technically died to boiling water instead of a player, Lingolini didn't know who actually killed him. But fortunately for the pirates, when a player dies, the dead player drops their own head, which the pirates believed would be the proof they needed to collect their bounty later today. So you're expecting a payment later?
Yes.
All right. Well,
yeah.
I'll go.
You guys let me talk.
By day 3, players had basically mapped.
Yes.
All right. Well, I'll go.
You guys let me talk.
By day 3, players had basically mapped out all of Island 1 and were finally starting to adapt to the environment.
Day 1 was horrific. We literally had bread lines. Day 2, we're building a coliseum, a citadel. I am literally immortal. Hopefully that isn't foreshadowing.
Emperor's Food was still the most powerful man on Island 1, and on day 3, he was invited to a big international meeting hosted by a charity group called the Blue Cross.
We invited you here mainly to discuss
shit
plans in case the volcano erupts. What are your individual plans?
A large bunker underground.
Just not using flammable materials.
We don't have any real plan, you know.
What? You don't have plans? If that volcano erupts, you deserve to die.
Whoa.
Spoon had come in with good intentions, but it was there that he learned that he hates meetings.
I'm gonna go there.
When Emperor Spoon left, the other leaders were unsettled. Was this guy really the figurehead of Island 1?
Okay, we need a better representative.
Then, basically right on cue.
Elysium diplomats follow me. Bodyguards.
Sorry guys, sorry, I'm late.
Shit getting shady.
This is Benji, and he's the leader of Island 1's second biggest civilization, called Elysium. See, on day 2, Benji had discovered that toward the outer edges of the island, away from the volcano, the water isn't boiling hot anymore. So he founded Elysium, which literally translates to a place of ideal happiness. And he made the nation to give peace-loving people a chance to relax and get away from all the troubles of Island 1.
Cross my name off the list. This is without rhyme or
Okay.
reason.
Got a cool little farm going and shit.
We were hoping that Lord Ish could summon a single mushroom cow.
Alright, if anyone drops a pufferfish in the next 60 seconds, I'll do it.
What do I have to do?
What do I have to do? The pufferfish. Quick.
There it is.
Alright!
We can kill it for leather!
Now, back at the Blue Cross, Benji and the other leaders discussed the possibility of creating a full Island 1 alliance. All the leaders at the meeting, including Westhelm's representatives, believed that given the harsh conditions of Island 1, an island-wide alliance could be a game changer. But first...
Before we make this official, we have to convince everyone else to join.
See, there were a few civilizations not present at the meeting, and to complete the full Island 1 alliance, the Blue Cross would have to go out and get them all on board. First was the Alcaracina Pirates, who coincidentally happened to pass by the meeting as it was happening.
Hey, guys.
Hello.
They were on their way to collect their bounty from the second nation not yet in the alliance, the Linguini Mafia. Oh, yes, they're waiting.
Hello, I'm looking for Mario.
Hello, it's me. Ooh, mamma mia! It looks like a small brain. It sure looks like a Lego lights.
Meanwhile, the Nevermore cult would probably be a little bit more difficult to convince, but the Blue Cross said they'd try anyway. Now, as for the fourth and final nation, well, it was a bit of a mysterious group. Their civilization was down south, and they were very isolated and secretive. They were also rumored to have an extremely strict government, but also a large amount of very skilled fighters. As a result, people were kind of scared to approach them, but they knew they had to eventually to complete the Blue Cross Alliance. They knew that if this alliance works out, it wouldn't matter that they all lived on the poor island. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, the most powerful force in the world would become Island 1. At first, Island 1 was supposed to lose, but now they were on the verge of turning their lives around completely.
Hey. What the fuck?
As you can see, there was a bit of commotion at the Commonwealth. They had just exploded their own land because of a miscommunication. What happened was one of the 5 leaders, Coraline, got the idea that the Commonwealth was planning to move east. So she started telling everyone to move. Thus, believing that they wouldn't need their old land anymore, one of the citizens just decided to blow it up.
I thought we were moving.
What? We're not moving. I'm surrounded by idiots.
Overall, the Commonwealth was having trouble getting anything done because the 5 leaders were constantly fighting over power. See, there were 5 leaders, each with one vote, but because they were originally 5 separate nations, each with a differing amount of citizens, should the smallest faction's vote have the same weight as the biggest faction's vote?
It is ridiculous that Almond's vote is worth the same as mine. I mean, I need about 50 people, and he has like, barely 5.
Because of all the fighting and disarray, Commonwealth citizens started moving to other nations like the Cass Coalition. Cass's style of governing, letting people do whatever they want, was making her very popular with her people.
I've been with Cass since pretty much the beginning, and she's established a democracy, a true one.
Really focused on like letting everybody do their thing.
But at the same time, the lack of any regulations had some unintended consequences, like players making strange and ugly buildings. So to solve this, Cass hired a building inspector.
I have placed a lot of foundation for a glorious city, basically made out of stone. That way no one can burn us down.
However, the building inspector did get a little power hungry. What's going on here?
He said he's gonna demolish my house because it's not up to building code.
Because it's not up to code.
So then, citizens took matters into their own hands. What? No. Anyway, on day 3, the biggest nations on Island 2 were still the Commonwealth, the Cass Coalition,
Off this
and
ass.
Tricolor.
Hold on, they really set that nigga the fuck up, bro. This shit like Game of Thrones. What the fuck going on? Impaled on a stalagmite. That shit is... They got Buddy up out of here. Pro gamer dude. You ain't a pro. You ain't that much of a pro gamer, nigga.
What? Anyway, on
Not
day
the
3, the
building
biggest
inspector.
nations on Island 2 were still the Commonwealth, the Cass Coalition, and Tricolor. Tricolor was a medieval civilization separated into 3 regions, one of them being an underground city.
I'll hit mine.
My gosh. This is big.
Yeah.
People didn't really know that much about Jofiel and Tricolor because they tended to be more private. Jofiel was more interested in building up Tricolor rather than doing outside diplomacy. But people would still come to Jofiel with all the political news of Island 2.
I am so tired of the politics already.
I've had some news. People are concerned with Aperion trying to colonize them.
Oh my god.
Now, this particular rumor about a group named Aperion colonizing people happened to be false. Aperion was just a small town led by a player named Alkaline, and it was actually the only nation other than Luminara that directly bordered the ocean next to Island 1. That said, the rumor that Island 1 was uniting was true, which got some people worried, especially the 2 border states. So, Jofiel invited over all the major leaders and diplomats of Island 2 for an emergency meeting. The only leader who declined was 3 Below Zero because he was busy building the Luminara Bridge. So, he sent in his place his second-in-command, Flux. Flux, what's your plan here?
I don't care what 3 Below Zero says, we need to make sure everyone unites against Island 1.
Good luck, sir. And because this meeting was the most important event yet on Island 2, Jofiel invited a neutral mediator, someone who could lead the meeting in a fair manner and wasn't a part of any nation. Saps, where are you going?
Apparently they're making me lead the meeting with all the Island 2 leaders.
You sound very excited about it.
Oh no, I'm not excited. I'm terrified. I'm accidentally gonna cause a war.
This shit deep, bro. Pause, no freak.
Everyone's here.
Welcome.
Well, we at the great and mighty Commonwealth are looking forward to a productive conversation.
There's a lot going on.
So, as the president of Aperion, I'm actually really worried about our town, which is why I'm proposing we all create a defense pact. If one of us gets attacked, all of us are under attack.
Here. I can agree.
Yeah, I like that. That's good.
That's a good start, but if Island 1 attacks, say, Luminara, well, by the time you can even arrive to defend us, everyone at Luminara will already be dead.
Which is why I think we need to focus our efforts on preventing an attack in the first place.
An attack is inevitable. I'm just saying.
Hold on, Flux. Let Jovial finish.
Island 1 is starving. They're not going to attack us. They have bigger problems. And imagine for a second how quickly we could change their hearts and minds if, instead of treating them as an enemy, we send them aid.
Type shit.
I think
Real
Jovial's
peaceful decision right there.
We do the defense pact, but we also send aid to Island 1. Basically, we're ready for an attack, but we try our best to prevent it. I'm on board with that.
I can agree to that.
The Commonwealth agrees.
Solid plan.
No, this is ridiculous.
Solid plan.
Island
Solid
1
plan.
is literally making propaganda saying death to Island 2. They're jealous
They
that we
are.
live in a paradise, and they're going to invade us no matter what. And you want to send aid to them? Guess what? They're going to take whatever you send them food, armor, weapons, and they're gonna use all of that against us.
This nigga's a fucking snake.
Hold on. Island 1 isn't evil. They're not savages. They just need help.
You cannot be this naive.
Well, there's a guy under the table. There's a guy under the table.
Everyone is super on edge. They're worried about traps.
Guys, Island 1
They
is
fucking paranoid as hell.
They have hundreds of people all aligned in the same goal, to kill us and take our resources. If they decide to attack any single one of our nations, it'll be easy. All they'll need to do is walk ahead, which is why we need to either merge all of our nations. Right now, we all choose a spot and combine into one civilization. Either that, or we attack Island 1 first.
Whoa, are you crazy?
What? This is
You plan to
ridiculous.
kill
What's crazy, Joe Feel, is you leading all of us to our death.
Oh my
That's
god.
too
have to
much. We
listen to
can't
me.
do that.
If we don't do this, it's the end of Island 2.
Flex,
We can't do that. That's crazy.
What is happening?
Alright, everyone.
They politicking for real, boy.
All in favor of Flux's plan to treat Island 1 as an enemy, say aye.
Aye.
Ain't nobody with your bullshit, Flux.
All in favor of sending aid to Island 1.
I get where you coming from, but ain't nobody on your shit, Flux. Okay. Lost a couple
Meanwhile,
motherfuckers.
at West Helm, I ran into something interesting.
Our next song is called Island 1.
Yeah, and that bitch rocking the fuck out.
This guy?
The Ballad of Emperor Spoon.
Well, he
Yeah.
had joined a band that produced actual songs and then performed them all across Island 1.
Yeah.
Barren wasteland islands,
Hey.
a boiling water sea.
Hey.
No resources to speak of.
Yeah.
Except a wooden tree.
Everyone loved the Island 1 band.
Yeah,
including
Robbie
Emperor
and
Spoon,
Wiz.
found that the music
They rocking
fostered
out
morale
now.
of his citizens.
Yeah.
He believed that a happy citizen is a productive citizen.
West Helm took us in
Yeah.
and gave us a little home.
Talk
Even
that
though
shit.
Emperor Spoon was a chaotic figure, West Helm itself was the opposite. It had an army, a storage system, and a hierarchy, from emperor all the way down to citizen or plebeian.
Hey.
And of course, there was the Colosseum, which when finished will play a major role in West Helm's justice system. That said, Emperor Spood was not happy when he heard that yesterday, Benji and the other leaders had been talking poorly about him.
Okay, we need a best representative.
Our final goal is to put Benji Button in here. No, that is a joke. That is a joke.
You don't want Benji to die, do you?
Well, I mean...
Benji and the other leaders were concerned that Emperor Spood is unstable and may one day try to take over the entire island. And their concerns only grew when Spood was caught listening to Napoleon on Spotify. But they also knew that if Island 2 were to ever attack, they needed Spood on their side, so they didn't know what to do.
Well, here we are.
Yeah. Hey.
I just want to say, thank you, Spoon, for all your support. You're welcome. Glory to West Helm.
This shit fucking moving.
Meanwhile, Seneca, the Queen of Infernus, had decided to begin building a massive castle for her people. A beautiful home base that would hover directly over the volcano.
Why would you ever do that?
Yesterday at the Island 1 meeting, a lot of leaders expressed worries about rumors that the volcano may erupt, and they talked about how they would each take different precautions. Everyone believed that the volcano was dangerous, except for Seneca, who had decided to take the opposite approach.
It's all just paranoia. If we really value the volcano, we need to have faith it won't erupt.
The main goal of Infernus as a civilization was to preserve the sacred land of the volcano. So what better way to show faith and demonstrate loyalty than to make your home right above it?
Okay. valid thinking in that regard, but living over top of a fucking volcano is.
Totally.
Under the ground, like a Goombas.
Linguini's main goal was to get rich, and having direct access to iron and gold was one reason for him and the Mafia to live there. But it wasn't the main reason. Remember this interaction from day one?
Hold on, just can we tell you a little secret? We found some netherite.
Oh, really? Scattered throughout the volcano were pieces of netherite, the rarest and most powerful mineral in all of Minecraft. Not even Island 2 had netherite. It was the single secret advantage that Island 1 had. And the only ones who knew about it were the Linguini Mafia and Infernus. Now, even though Infernus didn't exactly like how Linguini was desecrating what they consider to be sacred land, they made a deal with him. The Mafia can keep mining so long as they provide Infernus with some of the minerals they find. But Linguini was unsatisfied.
They want to use us. They want cheap labor. I'm not giving them anything.
Linguini didn't like how Infernus was basically forcing the Mafia to mine for them with nothing in return. So he secretly instructed everyone in the Mafia not to give Infernus anything. Linguini's hope was that Infernus never asks for those minerals and forgets about the deal entirely. Otherwise, he would be in a lot of trouble.
Come on now,
That
Mario.
said, despite this conflict, the rest of the Island 1 unification effort was going very well. Earlier today, Linguini had decided to join the Blue Cross Alliance.
Thank you all.
That's a backdoor move right there. Cause now, if Shorty from the other little colony attack you, now you got the aid of everybody else that's within that coalition to help you fight back. Okay, that nigga Mario is making moves at this bitch. He playing a true game of Thrones, dog.
There's so much for having me.
The Alcaracina pirates were also eager to join, and surprisingly, so was Nevermore. There was only one holdout.
The Dark City.
This mysterious civilization was called the Covenant, and it was ruled by a dictator named Turntap. How are you elected exactly? By a vote of the people or the vote of yourself?
Elected? What's that?
Turntap wasn't sure about joining the Island 1 Alliance because the people of the Covenant were generally skeptical of outsiders. They only took pride in their own nation, especially in their army, which was composed of really good PvPers who weren't above using torture to get their way. Are they drowning this guy?
He's gonna die.
Now, I felt a little bad for this player, so I threatened the Covenants. Covenant uses water torture. I'm reporting this to Sidefall News.
No, don't go to Side.
So I went to the local news reporter. Sidefall, I have a story for you. I just caught the Covenant waterboarding one of their own people.
Oh. Well, I'm paid off by them, so I don't really care.
What?
Dude, it's free money.
You know what?
It's called a business for a reason. It's not for profit. Okay.
Sidefall ran a news business with questionable ethics. He was also known for making up fake stories, writing things like, "The lava is rising," just to sell more papers. That said, earlier today, he had made a legitimate discovery that could devastate the entire island. Island 1 had a lot of known dangers, from the lava layer to the boiling water to the powdered snow. But there was one last danger that nobody knew about until now.
The fuck is that? What is that?
Meanwhile, the people of Island 2 had spent the day building their civilizations and having a good time. Yesterday, their leaders had voted that whenever the border drops, Island 2 would send aid to Island 1, hoping this gesture would lead to peace. But not everyone agreed with this approach.
It's the end of Island 2.
When Flux returned home to Luminara, 3 Below Zero was furious at Flux for causing chaos at the meeting and for going against Luminara's values. 3 Below Zero, as the leader of Luminara, was actually heavily in favor of sending aid to Island 1. The whole point of the Luminara Bridge was to make peace with Island 1, not to start a war. As a result, 3 Below Zero demoted Flux from his position as second in command.
Yeah. Makes sense.
I spoke with Legacy, a
moving
citizen
Oppie.
of Luminara.
Yeah, Flux has been gone all day. People here don't really like him anymore.
Flux and his crew had spent the day building a secret bunker under the ocean, a place for them to hide if Island 1 attacks. And then Flux spent the rest of the day helping his best friend, Saps, finish building his home.
Despite all the chaos, Sap still reached out to me after I was demoted.
Mr. Mediator, what a good friend.
Flux over here can be a little unpredictable, but he's my friend, and I know he genuinely wants the best for us.
Even though Flux was much more ambitious than Saps, these two had become very good friends.
So many diamonds already.
Yeah,
Wow.
look at this. Yeah. Unloaded.
But just as day 4 was about to come to a peaceful end, something happened that would change the course of Island 2 forever.
Oh my goodness, what the fuck? Everything changing that shit forever. What's going on? Is that a nuke? The GTA camera movement is
Jofield,
crazy.
the leader of one of Island 2's largest civilizations, was walking across Tricolor with her second in command, Seraphim.
Oh yeah, somebody about to slime somebody out. What the fuck? I knew somebody was finna get slimed.
Seraphim! What are you doing?
What? No way.
Oh shit.
The second in command of Tricolor had just killed their own leader. And immediately, all of Island 2 went on lockdown. Everyone was confused about what caused this to happen. They killed Jofield. Why? After Seraphim fled, Tricolor was in complete disarray. Back at Saps' place, Flux told Saps it might be a good idea for him to call an emergency meeting with all the leaders. So, for the sake of the island, Saps agreed to host a meeting tomorrow. But for now, he and many others headed to Tricolor to help them restore order.
Shit. Shit just got real. Why did that happen? Why she kill him? Dropped her ass off. Day 5. That shit getting real.
Now, Island 2 wasn't the only place that would face tragedy. Oh, what? The leader of the Alcaracina Pirates, Noble Bucket, died very suddenly. Alright, they sent me the footage of what happened. Oh no. He doesn't know the lava layer's there.
Oh!
No.
I think I'm dead. I think I'm dead. I think I'm...
Oh my god.
With world leaders dying left and right, the media had plenty to report on. The most trusted news company was from Elysium, called Daybreak Media.
We're #1 because we actually report the truth, unlike that bozo Sidefall.
And later into day 5, the news would get even crazier. For purposes of unity, the Covenant had finally decided to join the Blue Cross Alliance, thus successfully uniting the entirety of Island 1.
No.
But right away, the strength of this alliance would be tested. Earlier, a citizen of Infernus had accidentally told someone outside of Infernus that there was netherite in the volcano. And this news spread all across the island.
Somebody fucked up.
This was a disaster for Infernus and the Lingualini Mafia, who had been trying to keep the existence of netherites to themselves. Immediately after hearing
Well,
about the
what they about to
netherite,
do with
the
it, though?
Covenant sent a mining expedition into the volcano without telling Infernus. And lo and behold, they confirmed there was netherite. Because the Covenant had a scary reputation and a ruthless army. Queen Seneca of Infernus felt it was in her best interest to allow the Covenants to mine. But when other nations like Westhelm started asking if they too could mine in the volcano, Seneca said no.
Oh, so you're showing
People
favoritism.
are saying we're being selfish. They're the ones being selfish, trying to take our resources.
Listen, Island 2 is rich. We are not. Now, with Netherite, we actually have a chance of evening the playing field, but the volcano people are hogging it.
Before any fighting could break out, the Blue Cross quickly reached out to all the leaders and told them to put this issue on hold.
We're inviting everyone here tomorrow, so we can all talk this through peacefully. We're Island 1.
Yeah.
We cannot afford to have a war over some mineral.
Definitely can't afford it.
Meanwhile, Island 2 was still processing the death of Jophiel.
Even though I was just a farmer, you know, you still made me feel important.
Saps would invite all of the leaders for a meeting later so they could coordinate a hunt for Seraphim and
funeral
discuss
is
their
crazy,
plans for when the
bro.
border inevitably drops. Now, after Jophiel's death, Tricolor had lost a lot of its power, which left the island with really one dominant nation, the Commonwealth.
Right.
But remember from day 3 how the 5 Commonwealth leaders were in constant fights with each other?
It is ridiculous that Ahmed's vote is worth the same as mine.
Well, this all came to a head on day 5 when one of the leaders was caught plotting to take control of the entire Commonwealth. So, another Commonwealth leader then paid an assassin to, well... Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Wolfram's dead.
What? We just witnessed murder!
After this, people from the Commonwealth lost even more faith in their governments.
Oh, shit.
This Commonwealth citizen went to the Cass Coalition to complain
Island
to
2
Cass
falling the fuck
directly.
I
apart.
got information that there might be netherite on the other island. My leadership said, quote, netherite is useless.
Netherite is, of course, not useless. I think that's a foolish statement.
As the Commonwealth erupted, the Cass Coalition thrived. But they did have their own problems. Is this your employee?
Yes, yes, he is.
That implies I get paid.
Is he not getting paid?
Skip out on work.
You hear this woman?
Probably
Earlier, What Daddy had ditched work to attend a party in Barbieland. So as punishment, his employers forced him to risk his life and chop down one of the tallest trees in the Cass Coalition. He's asking for help.
You have to yell louder. I can't hear you.
You're so far up.
You have to get closer to the ground.
Oh! What the?
Nah,
Now,
hell
because of this
nah.
recent tragedy, Cass decided to stay home from Saps' meeting. That said, every other major leader was now on their way. As the leaders and representatives arrived, there was
Shit
one
is
person
real.
who would be notably absent, banned from attending the meeting. Before the meeting started, Flux called me to his underground bunker because he had something, quote, important to tell me. Flux, what are you gonna do?
Well, first, let me just explain. I'm not allowed to attend this meeting because the leaders of this island are utterly incompetent. They can see that Island 1 is gearing up to invade us. And their response is, let's give Island 1 more gear. It's completely brainless, and it's going to result in all of our people dying.
Okay, so what you want?
You got a plan?
I had a plan, but nobody listened. They all voted against it. Look, we can still save this island, but the current leadership has to go.
What do you mean, has to go?
Oh shit,
Has to go.
he about to blow my man crib up.
And I'm done waiting. It's gonna happen today.
Leaders, welcome.
Thank you all for coming. We have a lot of very important stuff to talk about.
You know, during the first meeting, there was one person there who actually understood what I was saying. Seraphim reached out to me, asked me if they could help in any way. I told Seraphim to kill Jofield. What? And today, we will finish the job!
Wait, so Seraphim gets there. What actually happens next?
Something I didn't want to do, but something that needs to be done. I'm going to save this island by any means necessary.
I would like to.
He on his AMP shit. What's up?
KOS and Seraphim, please say aye.
Aye. Are you sure this is gonna work?
I don't know, but we have no other choice.
What is she about to do?
Something to say. Is there a possibility, any possibility, that the assassination of Wolfram and the assassination of Jofield by Seraphim is any way connected? Is there a conspiracy going on right now? Do we think that's a thing? Are leaders safe?
I have reasons to believe that leaders are not safe.
Flux, do you feel any guilt doing all this?
Well, part of me feels bad for Saps.
I also don't think the leaders are safe.
What do you mean you feel bad for Saps?
He has no idea what's about to happen to him.
Bro, that table got bombs in it or some shit?
One person to save 1,000. Would you?
What just happened? What happened?
I didn't do that. I didn't do that.
Oh my god!
Why is there a trap?
Is this all a setup? Saps, where's Saps? Where did he go? Did Saps do this? Wait, Saps? Yeah, we have to find him. Hunt him down! Kill him! Kill Saps! Saps, where are you?
My boy got the fuck out of Dodge. Yo, what the fuck? This shit. Yo. Minecraft of Thrones, man.
It was a new day, and Island 2 was in shock. On day 4, when Saps was in Tricolor helping the people after the death of Jofield, Flux and his crew had built a trap in his roof. And Saps did not know they had done this. He had been framed by his friend Flux, used as a scapegoat for Flux's plan.
Nah, niggas is backdooring shit.
But because they had to
slimed
rush to
him
build the trap,
out.
it actually wasn't fully successful. Some of the dripstone, including the one meant for 3 Below Zero, had failed, but overall the trap still killed the leader of Empyrean, Alkaline Alk, a leader of the Commonwealth, Coraline, and 4 other very high-ranking officials from across the island.
Shit.
The people of Island 2 were devastated, confused, and angry.
Our leader's dead.
What just happened? After the trap went off, Seraphim was immediately caught and killed. Oh!
What would a tricolor?
But when more people found out about how exactly their leaders died, their anger wasn't really towards Seraphim, but toward the person they believed was behind it all, Saps. And it made sense. Saps knew he'd be hosting leaders at his home. It was his roof that had a secret trap. A trap that happened to fit perfectly into the design of the roof. Saps was about as guilty as it was possible to be.
Yeah.
All the major Island 2 nations, from the Commonwealth to the Caste Coalition to Tricolor to Luminara, declared Saps to be hunted down and killed, while Flux got away with it all.
If you had to betray one person to save 1,000,
Fucking Game of Thrones for real, dog.
And on top of all of this, at the beginning of day 6, it was announced that tomorrow, on day 7, the border between the two islands will finally fall. Both islands now have 1 day to prepare.
I'm about to get to the final war. Is this the war? Why is there still so much time left?
Now, when the people of Island 1 saw the chaos happening on the other island, most just didn't really care about it. A lot of the hatred against Island 2 that was popular in the early days had faded away. That is, except for this player named Oppenheimer, who was determined to take out Barbie Land because in 2023, the Barbie movie had outsold the Oppenheimer movie.
I'm building a nuclear rocket that will make yesterday's chaos look like child's play.
But when Oppenheimer tried testing his nuke, it went up, and up, and up, and was never seen again. Now, day 6 did present some new challenges for some of the civilizations. For example, at Nevermore, what is this? What are you doing up here?
I got voted out because they hate me.
No! Come on! No, Chuck! What about me? I can shoot. No!
Oh! What? I didn't do anything!
I blame Ish.
Meanwhile, at Elysium...
I hate being a leader. Everyone here is so stubborn.
Benji was having trouble getting laws passed because his people kept opposing any changes that threatened their peaceful lifestyle. The people of Elysium were generally skeptical of government officials, sometimes even holding trials against them. Although this particular trial did not go to plan.
Guys, somebody stole Gerald. The mushroom cow, Gerald, has been stolen.
Let's go!
What?
There they all go. Meanwhile, at West Helm, there was a bit of a food problem going on. Not a shortage, a feud. See, Remy the Rat had opened up a new restaurant right across from the Coliseum, but the food was questionable.
Is poison fatal?
So his customers had instead started buying their food from another player named Dinosaur. That is, until...
Oh my god! Oh my god!
What is he?
Remy pulled up on
closed.
that.
All food is now at...
Remy pulled up on that nigga.
Dinosaur. Anyway, on day 6, the West Helm Coliseum was finally complete.
Pulled up on that nigga.
What do you plan on using this arena for?
Do I actually have to say legally?
No?
Maybe a little bit of blood will be shed. That's all I can say.
While Spood was a popular leader who got things done, he had also developed a reputation of being a little unstable. He said outlandish things, he can't stand meetings, and his justice system wasn't by courthouse, but by combat.
Yeah.
This is something Spood's first attempted assassin, Ramsayer, tried to prevent. It's why he tried to kill Spood, and he wouldn't be the only one. There has been a small but coordinated secret revolution growing in West Helm, with aims to overthrow and murder Spood. The two leading figures are West Helm citizen Ramsay Pi and West Helm's head builder, Knight Arcturus.
You know, I helped design his Coliseum, not knowing Spood actually wanted to use it for bloodshed. He's insane.
The first part of their plan was to take out Spood's second in command, a player named Oo.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I guess
Second in command down. But Ramsay Pi was immediately chased down by West Helm's army.
You could have made something happen, man.
Oh. Oh. With Ramsay Pi dead, Knight Arcturus became the sole leader of the revolution. But he also knew it was only a matter of time before Spood finds out about his plans.
I want to make one thing clear. Anybody who is caught plotting against me will be executed. In the name of West Helm. Glory to West Helm.
Glory to West Helm. Glory to West Helm.
And nigga at the meeting and shit. Yo, this shit a movie. Cinema.
Before the border drops, the Island 1 leaders all met to discuss what to do about the netherites in the volcano. Going into the meeting, people were not happy with Infernus and the Linguini Mafia, who were believed to be keeping netherite to themselves.
Please keep all your weapons holstered at all times unless you absolutely have to take them.
The meeting began with West Helm's representative and Spoot's newly appointed second-in-command, Spider.
We asked if you had netherite, and you lied. You said there was no netherite, that you had looked in it, and that you hadn't found any.
Because people were immediately starting to gang up on Infernus, Benji from Elysium tried to keep the peace.
Why is it Infernus's job to report on the netherite? There were people literally going into their territory, mine without authorization, and then accuse them of doing something wrong.
After some more discussion, Infernus was asked the big question.
Will you open up rights to mining underneath the volcano?
It is still our land. It is still the place where we live. And of course, trade, things like trade are important, but in terms of opening up the volcano, it is an adamant no.
Ooh.
I agree.
Oh, wow. Now, Lingolini, Seneca's biggest ally, was about to speak, but what he ended up saying was unexpected.
We have to humbly disagree with Infernus of not allowing anyone else to mine in the volcano. This is Island 1. We're all struggling against the nature and everything like that. Shouldn't we all be allowed to mine wherever we please?
No way.
Let's go.
Yes. Hell yes. Preach.
Soon, people started offering deals to Infernus.
I believe we'd be open to give you resources since it is your land.
But Seneca still said no.
The volcano is still our sacred land. We don't want hundreds of people there mining and ravaging it.
As a result, Lingolini went even further.
On the day one, Mario was here first on the volcano, and we're able to mine there, but it's not fair that no one else can mine. While your queen is over there with the diamond boots, some people don't even have any armor.
Eventually, people started using scare tactics.
That volcano is insanely active right now. It will most likely erupt within the next 2 days.
I doubt it.
No,
that's sci-fi propaganda. That's propaganda.
And so, after even more discussion, West Helm made a final plea.
We have a representative from every single nation on this island. You have an opportunity here to unite us all, or you have an opportunity to totally destroy that unitedness.
But Seneca still wouldn't budge.
For now, it's a no.
So, Lingolini made a big announcement.
Mario has a large chunk of territory in the volcano. The Linguini family declares independence from Infernus, and we will open mining to anybody who wants to mine.
Yeah. That nigga just made a fucking move.
Seneca had left the meeting, furious at Lingolini's betrayal.
That nigga just bust a move.
I wish we had a better outcome, but this meeting's adjourned.
What the fuck, bro? Nigga, this shit got me locked in.
Dude, what just happened? Every leader in front of me just died.
And you had nothing to do with it.
It wasn't me. Someone was in the roof. I'm getting framed-ish.
Following yesterday's trap, Saps was on the run, as he was now the most wanted and notorious criminal on Island 2.
I'm screwed. What am I supposed to do?
He had no choice but to hide amongst the dense jungles and swamps of the southern island. But he also knew that the longer he hid, the more guilty he looked. So earlier, he had decided that he would turn himself in under the condition that he is given a fair trial. Flux, meanwhile, was satisfied with the success of his plan, but it wasn't over quite yet.
We got 2 leaders left to kill. Call me Cass, and of course, the guy who demoted me.
And because Seraphim was dead, Flux sent another member of his crew to take care of the job. Oh no. Oh no. There he goes. To the world, this looked like yet another senseless assassination. But to Flux, it was the strategic progression toward making the people of Island 2 paranoid. So paranoid that they wouldn't trust anybody, and especially not Island 1.
What the
In
fuck?
fact, the new leadership of Tricolor was already preparing for Island 1 to invade.
I think we should secure our nation, make sure we have plans when inevitable war and fighting starts.
Sending aid to Island 1 was officially off the table, and the construction of the Luminara Bridge had come to a stop. After all these days, Flux's plan was finally working.
Shit.
Now,
They're about to destroy the bridge.
Meanwhile, hosted a diplomatic meeting on day 6 to try and increase the morale of Island 2 before the border drops. Although Cass herself was too scared to attend the meeting.
And I am, I want to enter, but my members are telling me not to because there was an attempt on my life yesterday.
Right. Because Cass was one of the last remaining major leaders on Island 2, she now had guards with her at all times.
Here, I'll trade you armor.
Why?
I want to make sure you guys do not die. Please don't die.
That said, everyone would soon be tuning into the trial of Saporada to find out whether Saps will be freed or executed. Several nations argued over who would get to host the trial, but the Commonwealth ended up winning.
We've made this beautiful venue to show the world that the Commonwealth is still the strongest.
But first,
that shit is beautiful. Yeah.
Why is it up here? They're moving the warden up. No. No, they're not.
Wait, can you come on?
They're bringing it to the surface.
Oh shit. Oh, it's about to be up.
They made it rising lava? So remember that discovery that Sidefall made? Well, it was a warden, also known as the most dangerous creature in all of Minecraft. Sidefall had then renamed the warden to Rising Lava, so that when he was accidentally killed by it, the entirety of Island 1 went into a panic. The lava is not rising, but this is just as dangerous.
What the fuck?
The warden had been unleashed onto Island 1, going from place to place, terrorizing civilizations.
Yo. Fuck no. Yo.
Oh my god. Dude, how is anyone gonna stop this? Until eventually it got to West Helm.
Oh,
but
shit.
the West Helm army was ready.
Underground. Ready? Aim! Fire!
They on his ass. Yeah. Bang going crazy.
Come on. Oh my gosh.
That joint dropping bodies.
Welcome to West Helm.
They on his ass though. They. Yeah. Now to the court date.
The defendant
of
Saporada is accused of 7 counts of
Saps.
murder, including the murder of Joe Field, the murder of Alkaline Elk, and the murder of our very own Coraline. I will hear the prosecution's argument, followed by the defense, and then I shall make my ruling.
Okay, guys, I feel really unsafe now.
Prosecution, go ahead.
Your Honor, Saps constructed a meeting hall which contained the deadly trap, pointed at everybody but himself. As a prelude for the meeting, he had his accomplice, Seraphim, assassinate his leader before running to the trigger, ready to pull the trap. He then fled the scene after the trap went off, just long enough after faking his surprise. He is not only a cold-blooded murderer, but a terrorist.
The prosecution then called a survivor of the trap, Zekor, to the stand.
We know after investigating that only one seat had no trap. Can you identify who was sitting in that seat?
It was Saprada.
And who built the meeting hall with that seat?
It was Saps. You killed our leaders. You destroyed our island.
What the fuck?
May your death today satisfy us all.
Then it was time for the defense, for Saps to give the most important speech of his life.
Yeah.
All I ever wanted for this island was peace and cooperation between the nations. The loss at the meeting yesterday was extremely devastating and came out of nowhere. But I can tell you right now, I'm innocent. It wasn't me. The leadership in Luminara helped me build the meeting area.
He's gonna expose them.
And we're the only people who knew about the area before the leadership meeting. That includes the prosecution himself, Thomas 5200.
What?
Gotoga, Hive Rotation, Snowbird 334, and their ringleader, Fluxion.
Hold on.
When I left to gather the leaders for the meeting, they must have snuck into the roof of the meeting to make the trap. The people who I thought I can trust the most used me for their malicious intent and killed the leaders and blamed it on me.
Saps had figured out he was betrayed and framed by his friend Flux, but he would end up making a critical mistake.
I find it rather interesting that Three Below, the leader of Luminara, is one of the only people who survived the trap. I find that rather interesting.
What about it?
The trap too.
Well, Saps falsely assumed that 3 Below Zero, the beloved leader of Luminara, was also behind the murders. And with that mistake, Saps turned everyone against him.
Saps, is that all you have to say?
I guess.
All right, I'm ready to make my decision. Judge Timebomb, find Saparado. Guilty on all counts. Yes. Saps is to be taken to the top of the gauntlet and executed immediately. Executed.
Oh, that's it.
Damn. Shit, Saps. Fucked up, Saps.
Wait, is he running?
Run for it, Saps. Run for it.
No way.
Go, Saps.
Fall damage.
Get out of there, Saps. Yeah. That nigga got away. Yeah.
Did he actually get away?
You gotta be kidding me.
W Saps. Yeah. Get out of there, my boy. That nigga Saps a fucking G.
Killed our leaders. You destroyed our island.
Guilty on all counts.
Disgrace to all of the island.
Saps, why did you do this?
Yo, this shit is a real live movie, dog. Alright, bro. I gotta end this shit right there, dog. I got to, bro. I got to, dog. This shit is a movie though, and I'm gonna leave that shit right there. But it's about that time, you dig? It's about that time, you dig? I'm about to get on the fuck up out of here. I know I said some shit about some games and shit, but not today. Later though, maybe. You know what I mean? Later on in the evening, tonight or something. But right now, I'm about to get on up out of here. So y'all be easy and all that. Appreciate everybody that pulled up to the top floor, rocked out with me for a little bit. You know what I mean? Cool little 2.5. A little 2.5. Nothing crazy, but y'all be easy. Deuces, nigga. Top floor shit, big villain shit, big BMG shit, and be on the lookout for more updates for this upcoming battle. I got we gotta do some research and shit. You know what I mean? Gauge this nigga power level and shit. So we gonna be back to do that too. But until then, y'all stay up, stay safe, and all that type shit. We out, nigga.